in the area and want to try some, go to smokinggunjerky.com and enter code EARLY for 10% off your purchase. It's the ultimate low-calorie, high-protein snack at Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska.
Advanced Medical Imaging is the largest radiology group in Nebraska, located in Lincoln at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard. At Advanced Medical Imaging, they utilize state-of-the-art technology and blend it together with their compassionate, skilled team to guide you through every step. Whether it's an MRI, CT scan, or X-ray, their precise diagnostics help your doctor deliver the best care plan for you. Choose clarity and comfort in your life by choosing Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard and online at amimaging.com.
Spring storms can unfortunately lead to power outages. While LES line workers go out in the storm, you can stay in, but you can also help by reporting your outage right away online at les.com/report.
Coming at you live from the 93.7 The Ticket studio, from the heart of Lincoln, America. Expanding awareness about the TeamMates program and the ever-growing need for mentors. This is TeamMates Timeout with TeamMates CEO Des Moines Adams and Marketing and Communications Manager Ashton Honor.
From the heart of America, Lincoln, Nebraska. Welcome everyone to TeamMates Timeout with DeMo and Ash, Des Moines Adams. We have Ashton Honor. It's a great day to be a Nebraskan. The grass is turning green. And of course, Nebraska is considered the good life state. Mm-hmm. And what better way to have Ash to introduce our good guest for today? Because, as always, we are here to remind people that there's a need and to help folks to take that time out, reflect, think about those individuals who were responsible for inspiring them, impacting them to be who they are today. What better way to pay it forward than with the gift of time? So Ash, I'm going to let you introduce our special guest because today is going to be a good day.
It's going to be a good day, and it's going to be a P-Wolf Nation day. So I am elated to welcome Nebraska Wesleyan University President Darrin Good to join us today. I am a very proud Wesleyan alum, and unfortunately, President Good wasn't there when I was. However, I've served on multiple Nebraska Wesleyan University committees and have the distinct honor and pleasure of getting to work with President Good. So President Good, welcome.
Thank you so much. Glad to be here.
We're so excited to have you. Just kind of a little back history. You were the 17th president of Nebraska Wesleyan. You started it in 2019. And within your 5-year reign, you got the first full year of the new Ackley Hall of Science, which is incredible. And then last week, you had a huge role in the Sand Hills Global Baseball and Softball Complex, which both the Nebraska Wesleyan University baseball and softball teams, that's going to be their home fields.
Correct.
Yes.
Beautiful new stadium.
Yes. And just a little back history. Prior to you becoming the 17th president at Wesleyan, you served 17 years as a professor of biology at Augustana, followed by 3 years as the associate provost at Gustavus College, and then 4 years as the vice president of academic affairs and dean of faculty at Whittier College. So what was the attraction to come to Wesleyan?
Oh my gosh. And I should be clear that it's Augustana College in Rock Island, Illinois, Division III school, not Augustana University in South Dakota. The attraction was just the spectacular university that Nebraska Wesleyan is, the emphasis on the full student experience. 40% of the students are varsity athletes. 25% have double majors, one of the highest percentage of students that study abroad. But I think being in Lincoln, Nebraska was a huge draw. A lot of schools are in rural towns that are having more and more trouble attracting students to attend there. Lincoln is a thriving city that my wife and I fell in love with during the interview process. Again, we moved here from Los Angeles. So leaving that diversity and that culture was a lot easier coming to a city that, as the chair of the search committee, Susan Gorley, said, had over 65 different languages spoken in the public schools, the highest per capita refugee settlement city for decades. It's just this really great university city that also has a thriving business and internship and work opportunity for students. All that to say, it's a city where a small liberal arts college can be thriving and succeeding for a long time to come.
Being in your role as president, of course, we're big believers of servant leadership, and you seem like a servant leader. How do you inspire others? Because I know our mission is to positively impact the world by inspiring students to reach their full potential. And I'm pretty sure your role is about inspiring faculty, staff, students. How do you inspire others?
That's a great question. I'm an incredibly positive person. I feel like I try to lead by example, but also try to be contagiously positive. With that, then I just try to remind people of just looking at the success that they cause, whether it's our faculty, our coaches, our staff, looking at the examples of students that they deeply impact. We're blessed with such a small student to faculty ratio. We really can have that personal connection with students. So I inspire them by just reminding them it's not hard to see the fruits of our labor, the incredible student transformations that we see, but also the incredible successes of our students when they go on into the work life world.
Two words I heard: relationships, positivity. That's what Teammates mentoring is all about.
Inspire.
And, when it comes to relationships, Ash, why don't you tell the world and let President Good know about the relationship that we've had with Nebraska Wesleyan for at least a decade?
Yes. So I'm going to touch on the marketing piece in regards to what we just started this fall with Wesleyan. Thanks to the Reed grant, we have some branding, awareness, and recruitment opportunities available. And one of the, obviously, as a Wesleyan alum, it's like, oh, how can we get strategic with some of these partnerships? And to your point, DeMo, we didn't just want to be in Lincoln at UNL. So all of the people listening right now, you'll see us at Creighton University. You'll see us at Chadron State, clear in Western Nebraska, which is important. You'll see us up at Wayne State, but also, in Lincoln. The Big N is not the only school in this town. So we wanted to make sure, and especially as a proud Wesleyan alum, I'm like, hey, we have Wesleyan literally almost just a couple 5-10 minutes away from where we are here downtown. And just so we have had the incredible opportunity this academic school year to be the sponsor of Nebraska Wesleyan University athletics. And then DeMo, tell the listeners how you created some of the scholarships. Our theme today is post-secondary. Obviously, we've got President Good here, but I really want to dive into our post-secondary program that we have. And so you played a huge instrumental role in having been with the Teammates organization for 14 years. You're actually the one that kind of got this off the ground.
Yeah, around 2014, my job was to expand our scholarship and our partnership opportunities. And so, of course, noticing where our students were going, Nebraska Wesleyan was one of those universities. So being able to show them, every year we have a handful of students that attend Nebraska Wesleyan. How can we create a partnership where there's a scholarship in place so that we can send more students to Nebraska Wesleyan, and we provide them with a post-secondary mentor to meet with them once a month, because data shows nationally that students going from year 1 to year 2 is 70% or less. But over the last 14 to 15 years, our year 1 to year 2 persistence when students have a mentor is over 90%.
Wow.
And so to be able to share that with Nebraska Wesleyan, yes, how much money do you need? And so that partnership has been great because we've been able to help students to pursue their post-secondary education at Nebraska Wesleyan, one full tuition scholarship. And then there's a second one where any student who has participated in Teammates for at least 3 years and they meet the criteria to get admitted into Nebraska Wesleyan, it's been an incredible partnership.
And we currently have 6 post-secondary matches at Westland right now, which is great. And then shout out to Jackie and her post-secondary team. They're actually going to be on campus tomorrow to meet with those matches. But then with all of this, the 2025 graduates, I've heard those numbers are going to go up. So DeMo, you're going to be proud. I already have a 5th grade mentee, but I'm like, if I'm going to do a post-secondary, it has to be a Westland student.
Yes. So hearing that we've already had a partnership, but also seeing that logo in some of the athletic events, um, why is that important to you to see partnerships like this, especially good partnerships that are all about giving back to our community, to our youth?
This is one of the things I love and that made me lean into leadership and move away from being a professor and into administration. Is creating win-win teammate or partnerships, I should say. We have partnerships with every community college in the state. The partnership you just mentioned, Ashton, with the Lincoln Youth Complex or board that created a $30 million youth sports complex for baseball and softball. Our ability to work with the Malone Center and others to provide clinics through our baseball and softball team for underserved youth is part of our mission. So teammates and everything you do is just seamless connection with the DNA that Nebraska Wesleyan carries. We have an enormous amount of students who volunteer, but seeing the logo and having teammates partner with us more intentionally, just like me, every one of our students and faculty and staff, when they pull up a score of a sporting event at Wesleyan, they see teammates. And it reminds them that this is a really important opportunity for our students or faculty and staff to have a mentee. We already have a lot of people on campus doing this. What I love also is that while people in Nebraska are really well aware of teammates, about 40% of our student athletes, as in the first year class, come from outside the state of Nebraska. So an opportunity for them to come in and learn about this opportunity and be able to take on this role. But your support of students who come through the Teammates program, providing scholarships, is just adds to what we can do with the very personalized education we can have. We are really good at making sure students that have other struggles in their lives don't fall through the cracks. We have wraparound, holistic support through staff, through coaches, and especially the faculty, as well as peers, the other students.
You know, it's really good to hear that you feel like it's a win-win because, A, we're inspiring more students to pursue a post-secondary education at a very good university right here in Lincoln called Nebraska Wesleyan. But then also we're inspiring not just adults, but students, because Teammates Mentoring actually started with 22 college students serving as mentors. And so to remind those that are listening, to remind those that see that logo on campus, mentoring is available for college students, for faculty, and for staff. And so thanks to the work that Ashton is doing with, I mean, she has worked her magic. I went to a basketball game and of course, I'm thinking I should probably wear a shirt with my Teammates logo. But when I walked in and I'm seeing the Teammates logo everywhere, I felt a little embarrassed because when I walked in, I felt like I was like the Teammates guy. But incredible work, Ashton. And Ashton, I had a question for you. Given that, you were born and raised here in Lincoln, given that you have this sense of pride for your alum, why was this partnership important to you? And just how does it make you feel when you go into campus and see that logo from your hat everywhere?
So I have been associated with Nebraska Wesleyan University since I was 5 years old because my dad was the baseball pitching coach. His first stint there was from 1995 to 2001. And then he came back with Bill Fegler in 2005 and was there until 2014. So I always say, and President Good, I told this story. I received an award from Wesleyan earlier last fall, and in my acceptance speech, I told the story of if you could fall in love with a campus at such a young age, like I was sold. I didn't even look anywhere else to pursue my academic or athletic career. So, Wesleyan, I was raised like you always give back to a community or people who have invested in you. Well, Wesleyan has invested heavily into our family with dad's opportunities through coaching, but also it's that liberal arts education from Wesleyan in giving back to your community and the importance of doing so. When we had this incredible opportunity, it was kind of a no-brainer to me to because Wesleyan serves such a unique demographic of students. To your point, President Good, like when I went to Wesleyan, it was a lot of the majority of the students were small town Nebraska kids. And so it's interesting to hear how many are from out of state now. But again, those out of state athletes, but by the time that I was graduating, that demographic was starting to come within the state. So it's so great to hear just like the amount, all the different people that we can reach in that Nebraska Wesleyan campus. And to your point, at the time at Wesleyan, I was a student ambassador. And so that means I'd give tours around campus. And so I think this stat is still the same. If I remember it correctly, the student teacher ratio is 13-1. So you have that direct impact with your professor and they get to know you as a person and not as a number, whereas you as maybe at a bigger university. So they really get to know you, who you are as a person, your values, what you stand for, especially having that student athlete experience and the opportunity we have at TeamMates to have those student athletes take pride in not only being a Nebraska Wesleyan University student, but the opportunity that we can afford them through TeamMates, not only through mentoring, but also to give back to the community, which Wesleyan so drives home to all of the students and the importance of doing that. So I personally, like I said, I'm personally tied to this university. I have a deep love for Nebraska Wesleyan. And so it was a great opportunity, DeMo, for the opportunity we were afforded by the state with that grant. And no better way to highlight all of not just Wesleyan, but all of the other colleges and universities in the state who are also doing great things.
A great state when it comes to higher education, just a constellation of fantastic colleges and universities.
Now, speaking of education, one of the things that we're trying to do is provide more mentors to our 3rd through 5th graders. You probably heard some of the research and data that has come out, when it comes to reading literacy scores down, math literacy is down, just overall literacy. And just listening to you talk about what your servant leadership looks like, that's exactly what we're asking of mentors, to be positive, to build a relationship with young people. Based on our partnership, how do you see Nebraska Wesleyan complementing our mission, which is to inspire students to reach their full potential through mentoring?
I think our students are beautifully poised to do this. Like me, we have a very high percentage of Pell Grant students. I was a Pell Grant student myself going to college, loaded trucks at UPS at night to pay for college. People are surprised when they hear that Nebraska Wesleyan any given year has almost a 10% higher percentage of Pell Grant students than University of Nebraska.
Really?
People are shocked by that. We have been increasing scholarships to make sure that we can help these students not only afford a Nebraska Wesleyan education, but then that wraparound support with our, as you said, 12-1 or 13-1 student to faculty ratio, average class size of 14. We can make sure these students get the classes they need and graduate on time. And so to the point, TeamMates is trying to help these students grow up and succeed. I think many of our students come from challenging backgrounds and understand what's going on in the lives of these young students. They are able to help, support them, be positive, and encourage them. Again, the scholarship you provide to some of our students also is an example of and what we do to help students actually graduate. So many students, as you said, start college and don't finish. They either drop out or just don't succeed. 2021, we did an analysis of our graduates. 89% of our students graduated in 4 years or less after being enrolled 8 semesters.
Wow.
Compared to the statewide four-year publics in Nebraska, were 60%. My point is, one of the things we can do when the students that come with lots of other struggles, financial, family struggles sometimes that many of us had growing up, we have that wraparound support to help them stay on track, graduate on time, so they're not taking on an additional semester or two of debt. And they're also out then working on schedule or starting graduate program on time.
And one thing about Westland, so being a Division III school, we at Westland we do not give athletic scholarships. It's all academic based. And so just when a student applies based on your GPA and your ACT scores, will automatically give you a scholarship. Correct? Is that still
Exactly
accurate?
right.
Yes.
Yeah, 99% of our students receive financial support. We are really work hard to not only give academic, but also need-based support so that we try to make sure that we can support them enough that they can afford to come to Wesleyan and finish in those 4 years. And we're proud that we have this purity in Division III NCAA sports. We're the only 4-year school in Nebraska that does not give athletic scholarships. It's for the love of the game, which sometimes is hard to find these days.
Yeah. You know, I'm going to share two stats with you, and would love to at least savor something for segment 2. But over 95% of our students who participate in Teammates graduate from high school on time. At least 80% minimum, or not minimum, but around 80% of our seniors, when they graduate, they have a post-secondary plan in place. So the work that our mentors are doing to set our students up to have a game plan to be successful in life is there. But guess what, President? We have at least 500 students right here in Lincoln that would love to have a mentor to set them up so that they can be inspired and be motivated to be engaged in school, graduate, and have a plan in place. I think this is where our partnership can help. Not just helping students to get to Nebraska Wesleyan, but also those students who are at Nebraska Wesleyan to give the gift of time, the staff and the faculty. And so we'll love to dive more into ways that we can inspire the Nebraska Wesleyan community to step in and step up. Because as Ashton mentioned, Teammates was started at UNL. Our colors, they complement UNL. But Teammates Mentoring is not a Husker mentoring program. It is a mentoring program started by co-founders Nancy and Tom Osborne. And we are driven to build partnerships because it's the dream work that makes the team work. And so I know we're going to dive more into ways that Nebraska Wesleyan can help fill that gap when it comes to those 500 students that they don't need a mentor. They want a mentor. And would love to dive into that here in the second segment. You know, Ashton, you know, you have really worked your magic with this partnership with Nebraska Wesleyan because I'm not from Lincoln. I'm from Pine Bluff, Arkansas. But shout out to Coach Corona. Every year he always brings me out to do chapel for the football team. And then shout out to Coach Roth, who is helping out with the softball, and his 2 daughters. They are definitely killing it out there. But hey, you are live with Teammates Timeout with DeMo and Ash. We got President Good, and it is a good day in Lincoln, Nebraska. So hang tight. We'll be back in 5.
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Now, through March 30th, enjoy USDA Choice whole beef short loin for $9.99 per pound, cut and wrapped for free. Plus, a 3-day sale from Thursday through Saturday of USDA Choice 8-ounce New York strip steaks, just $7.88 each. Northern Fishery salmon portions $9.99 per 2-pound box, and a handle of Tito's handmade vodka, just $28.99. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Have you been accused of a crime and don't know where to turn? At Liberty Law Group, we understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you're up against the legal system, you need an advocate you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion. Liberty Law's experienced trial attorneys are committed to the defense of liberty for those accused. Don't let a criminal charge ruin your life. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. Liberty Law Group. Trial attorneys you need. Advocates you deserve. That's 877-42-LIBERTY or libertylawnebraska.com.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. The last few years have been wild, but we've been here for you through all the ups and downs, and we'll be here for you when you need us the most. For all your travels and for your day-to-day driving. With winter conditions causing problems all over town, the last thing anyone needs this year is constant car troubles. Let us help you drive in peace and make sure you drive to work and to winter destinations safe. A1 Automotive, 11th and L Street downtown, always honest answers.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion for happier, healthier, furry friends.
Rain, snow, or shine, John Henry's is here to keep your home's plumbing systems working properly no matter what kind of weather Nebraska throws at us. From unclogging toilets and drains to installing new water heaters and water treatment systems, John Henry's is your plumbing expert in the Lincoln and Omaha communities. Visit us at calljh.com or call John Henry's.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air,
and Electrical.
Hog Wild's giant stuffed baked potatoes are anything but basic and really hit the spot when you're craving a little comfort food. Nothing is more satisfying than a Hog Wild baked potato loaded with butter, sour cream, cheddar cheese, bacon bits, and chives. Add your choice of a Hog Wild house smoked meat like pulled pork, chicken, or brisket for a little extra. Order online at GoHogWild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
but don't be late, we close at 8.
Garage doors can break down or quit working at the worst times. At Doors Plus, they understand that a broken garage door sometimes means repair and not replace. Sometimes, all you need to make your door like new again is a few bolts, a realignment, or even a new balance. Trust the pros at Doors Plus to handle your garage door repair the right way so you can get on with your busy schedule. Visit them online at DoorsPlusLLC.com or give them a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus. Garage doors and more.
LES wants your feedback. Help shape your electric utilities direction and priorities by taking an anonymous online survey. Make your voice heard before the survey closes on April 30th at les.com/survey.
Muchachos has been serving Lincoln delicious pork, brisket, and chicken tacos for several years now, as well as Hatch Mac, nachos, and more. Muchachos also brings you close to the taste buds of your favorite local college athletes with NIL deals like the B3 burrito for Bella Bacon of Nebraska softball and many more. See a variety of different NIL options at Muchachos at 11th and K or order online at yomuchacho.com. Open 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday.
Empower a child today with the TeamMates mentoring program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the TeamMates mentoring program today.
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we strive to provide you with the right coverages for all your insurance needs by taking the time to meet with you and review what coverages best fit your needs. So whether you're in the market for home, auto, farm, business, life, or a combination of any of these coverages, we can help with making sure you, your family, or your business have the right coverage based on your individual needs. If you would like to review your insurance needs, please contact Ben Spurt with Farm Bureau Financial Services at 402-217-9945 or through email at ben.spurt@fbfs.com.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Spring is the time of new beginnings and trying new things. If you haven't tried Führer's cheese spread yet, the time is now. For parties for St. Patrick's Day and Easter or celebrating the NCAA tournament with friends, there's no better dip to bring everyone together and celebrate something from Nebraska. Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Führer's cheese spread. No event or party is complete without it on your table.
Back to Teammates Timeout with DeMo and Ash on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You are back with Teammates Timeout with DeMo and Ash. The sun is out. We're in Lincoln, Nebraska. And as I mentioned, today is a good day because we have our special guest, President Good, with us, who is using his role to be a servant leader at Nebraska Wesleyan. And you haven't always been a servant leader. You know, you started off as an educator. But you mentioned in the first segment how you still feel that because Nebraska Wesleyan, your mission, your core values is about relationships, there's still a little bit of mentorship and teaching that you feel like you're still taking part of when it comes to the Nebraska Wesleyan community. So as a former educator, but current servant leader, let's talk about mentorship. So knowing that Teammates Mentoring is a mentorship program, what does mentorship look like to you as a former educator?
Right. And again, I started out talking about what it's like at a university or like Nebraska Wesleyan. I think we all hit some walls in our lives. And even if you're a phenomenal student and everything seems to be going well, everybody either hits a wall in a class or decides the path they're on isn't the right one, or there's financial, there's emotional, there's mental health. Having a community of people full of potential mentors to help you when you hit those rough patches. And we know Nebraska Wesleyan and schools like ours have those people to be there and reach out when somebody's struggling. And so the mentoring can happen with a professor, with a coach, with a staff member. But we also know a lot of times it's peers, the fraternity brother. It's a woman that's on the basketball team with you. It can be anybody that can be there to support you and help lead you. And so having mentors is just such a powerful benefit that they're not doing the work for you. They're just encouraging you and making sure you know somebody cares. And I think that care and love and support, we know has such a powerful effect.
We need some of these people from your campus. As a matter of fact, we got one of these people, Ashton, Nebraska Wesleyan grad. Not only does she work with Teammates, she is a mentor. And so when you refer to these people at Nebraska Wesleyan, Ash, we need some of these people to share their skills of developing relationships, being positive, helping young people to be resilient when they hit that brick wall, right? To stay encouraged. When you hear President Good talk about that from a marketing, what comes to mind?
Well, just because I'm a Wesleyan grad as well. And it's kind of in anytime you meet a Wesleyan grad, it's always like, like you have that immediate connection with them because it's like the way that we were educated at that university strives home those values of giving back. And so from a marketing side, it's so easy for me to be like, we're going to partner with Nebraska Wesleyan. One, because I know the values, I know what they're instilling in their students, and we need those people with those values to help all those 500 students on that waiting list. So for me, it's even on my own social media platforms, I'm always plugging Wesleyan stuff, but also Teammates. Again, do your personal brand of DeMo and I talk about that all the time and what you stand for. And so it's so easy and natural as an alum to be like, get everybody hyped, your other former alums, like, we need you. Like, you're a Wesleyan grad. We speak the same language, essentially, that P Wolf Nation or Plainsman. In my eyes, it's a natural fit for us, just based on the values that Nebraska Wesleyan has, and same with Teammates.
So President Good, Ashton has set the stage. People, they see our logo. They hear what it's about. How can you inspire the Nebraska Wesleyan community to give back to the Lincoln community their time, which is a gift, just 30 to 45 minutes once a week at the school during the school day, 3rd through 12th grade, but right now there's a need for 3rd through 5th grade. What can you tell the Nebraska Wesleyan Nation about the importance of mentorship, particularly TeamMates mentor?
Yeah, being a TeamMates mentor, everybody I've talked to who's done it has this deep satisfaction. And so to remind them, it's a small time commitment. And I guarantee as much as it's going to help that mentee, you are going to come away from it a better person. We all grow when we support and interact and are in community with others. Taking the time to give of yourself to an individual and then a sustained relationship for those 3 years is such a powerful benefit to them, but a benefit to you personally. What I think we need to do is one, lean on those who have already had these great experiences as mentors. We know that, like Ashton, so many people have had these great experiences. Our students are incredibly busy. 40% student athletes, many are double majors, many have a variety of other leadership roles on campus. It's one of the challenges we have is they often get overcommitted. Reminding them, having those students who have done it, remind those individuals how powerfully good this is to be a teammate mentor. Sharing with them how they do it, how they build it into their schedule to lower the barrier of what challenge often is, which is that barrier of time that I think so many of our students think it's just too much of a commitment. It's not. They just have to carve out a couple hours a week to get to a school, be with that student, and get back to campus. And it is deeply powerful for both mentor and mentee.
I saw a quote the other day, and don't ask me who said it because I do not recall, but it said, like, if you want to get something done, give it to a busy person. Don't give it to a lazy person, because the busy person is going to find a way to get it done. So to your point of all these student athletes, the students were involved in music and the arts, and they're double majors, and yet they are still graduating in 4 years. They're involved in extracurricular activities outside of those sports. They have jobs. But again, they're finding ways to get it done. DeMo, you and I talk about this all the time with our schedules, and coach especially. And like, if that man can find time, anybody else can find time. And Wesleyan has schools within blocks of the university. So that is also a great asset to have, especially for those students who are there for 4 years. Talk about a great relationship for an elementary kid to have that student there.
Agreed.
And you guys have such a strong community. Again, I'm not a Nebraska Wesleyan grad, but just, from far off, I got some friends. I just had dinner with a couple. Shout out to Greg Jeffers and his wife, who are also Nebraska Wesleyan University grads. You guys have this sense of pride. Everyone is so connected to who you are and what you've become. And the Lincoln community needs you. These students, they need you, Nebraska Wesleyan alum, because we have 500 students right now in Lincoln that want a mentor. They will love to have this 95% of our mentees report that they are proud to be in TeamMates. We would love to make them feel that way. Again, over 97% of our students graduate from high school on time. We would love for more students to be able to graduate from high school on time. Over 85% of our students are more hopeful after they meet with their mentor. We want to give more students that sense of hope, but we can't do that, President Good, because we need more mentors. But I appreciate you not for calling out, but calling up the Nebraska Wesleyan community, because these are people that I feel should be a part of our team. And so when you think about TeamMates, teammate. What do you think went on in the head of Nancy and Tom Osborne? They could have called this program anything, but I'm just curious. Why do you think Nancy and Tom Osborne called this program Teammates?
Oh, well, obviously from his profession, but having grown up playing sports, football, basketball, track in a small town in Illinois, they saw the magic that happens when teammates, other players lift each other up. And it's often those older players that help out the younger ones. I just at our new baseball stadium, I just had a parent say their son had a rough time last year as a first year for a number of reasons. It was some of the seniors that leaned in, supported him and some of the other first year players to make sure they felt supported and loved and cared for. I think that's exactly what the Osbornes were thinking. They've seen it for decades on their teams, and they thought we can make this happen in a different way, but that same powerful support network, as support one-on-one with a mentor and a mentee.
President Good, what is one piece of advice that one of your mentors has given you that you have carried with you throughout your life?
Wow. A couple come to mind. One, again, growing up in a small town, family of with 6 kids, really my parents instilled a sense of being a responsible adult or being a responsible, so that integrity, doing the right thing. But more recently, the first time I had heard of the platinum rule, and we grew up hearing about the golden rule, treat others the way you want to be treated, but taking it to that next step, you need to treat others the way they want to be treated. And I think when you talk about teammates, it's so important that we meet a mentee where they're at and don't try to extrapolate your life and your experience to necessarily fit with theirs, but you need to be open to hearing what their life is like and treat them the way they want to be treated, and that will help them more than anything.
The platinum rule, DeMo.
Platinum rule.
I've never heard it that way. Wow. And to meet students where they're at, that complements our core value of inclusion. We train our mentors to meet students where they're at. We're strengths-based because this mentoring relationship is not about the adult. It's about the student. It's about meeting them where they're at, building a relationship, and then helping them to reach their full potential, because potential looks different across the board. So platinum, I like that. I like this guy, Aston.
I told you he was going to be great.
And speaking of President Good doing great things, there are a lot of things that are taking place on campus. I'm not even a Nebraska Wesleyan fan, but I do follow Ashton, and so the video that she put out there about this week, this is a big week.
Next week.
But you're already promoting Ashton.
I am, because I'm on the committee.
But talk about the exciting things that's happening right now at Nebraska Wesleyan.
Oh, there's so many fantastic things. As I said earlier, we just had our dedication of our new baseball, softball stadiums last weekend. We're going to continue to have great home stands in our new stadiums at the Sandhills Global Youth Complex at Wesleyan Stadiums. But next week, we have our annual Giving Day. And so April 2nd and 3rd from noon to noon is going to be an opportunity for Prairie Wolves and friends of Prairie Wolves to really lean in and support this annual fund drive. And it's just a fun day to remind us of all the important things we do, and that these donations help support the students, the faculty and staff, the learning, the experiences. Everything we do is underwritten and supported by this great Archway Fund, as we call it.
And he also plainsmen as well.
Yes.
Those plainsmen get worked up if we always say Prairie Wolves. So Wesleyan rebranded with a new mascot in 2001. So they used to be the plainsmen for a really long time and then changed to the Prairie Wolves. So plainsmen, we hear you.
Both are better than the original mascot in the 1800s of the sunflowers.
The sunflowers?
It's only better than the bug eaters.
Now, sunflowers are scary out in western Nebraska. They are huge, and they turn with the sun, and they're looking at you. There has been like as big as your head. But
that's
the
true.
sunflowers. All right, sunflowers. You are live with DeMo and Ash, Teammates Timeout. We got one more segment with President Good. So far, so good. We'll be back in 5.
Empower a child today with the TeamMates mentoring program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with the child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the TeamMates mentoring program today.
Load up on meat and more this spring at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. This week's special through April 1st is $1 off all pasta, $2 off spaghetti sauce, and special discounts on hamburgers. Locations at 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, and now 85th and Old Cheney and Lincoln, or also at 168th and Maple Streets in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services is here to help you protect things that are most important to you. Whether it's your home, your family, or your future, Jack Russell has the proven experience to get the job done while developing authentic relationships with you. Give Jack a call today at 402-421-9100. Again, that's 402-421-9100. Or visit one of his 2 locations in Lincoln or Seward and learn how you can excel in the complicated world of insurance. Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services, a trusted and well-respected representative since 1999.
Spring storms can unfortunately lead to power outages. While LES line workers go out in the storm, you can stay in, but you can also help by reporting your outage right away online at les.com/report.
Spring is the time of new beginnings and trying new things. If you haven't tried Führer's cheese spread yet, the time is now. For parties for St. Patrick's Day and Easter or celebrating the NCAA tournament with friends, there's no better dip to bring everyone together and celebrate something from Nebraska. Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Führer's cheese spread. No event or party is complete without it on your table.
I'm softball player Jordy Ball, and I'm proud of my Nebraska roots, and I'm proud to be back home. And at Midwest Bank, they're proud to be your local community bank. They believe in family first, taking initiative, showing integrity, and rolling up their sleeves to support their local communities. They treat everyone like family, no matter where you're from. Whether you walk into a branch in York, Lincoln, Norfolk, or Pierce, you know you're going to be welcomed with a smile. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank.
Advanced Medical Imaging is the largest radiology group in Nebraska, located in Lincoln at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard. At Advanced Medical Imaging, they utilize state-of-the-art technology and blend it together with their compassionate, skilled team to guide you through every step. Whether it's an MRI, CT scan, or X-ray, their precise diagnostics help your doctor deliver the best care plan for you. Choose clarity and comfort in your life by choosing Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard and online at amimaging.com.
Rain, snow, or shine, John Henry's is here to keep your home's plumbing systems working properly no matter what kind of weather Nebraska throws at us. From unclogging toilets and drains to installing new water heaters and water treatment systems, John Henry's is your plumbing expert in the Lincoln and Omaha communities. Visit us at calljh.com or call John Henry's.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
And electrical.
Hey volleyball fans, this is Laura Dijkema, national player of the Netherlands and now the setter on Omaha's newest professional team, Love Omaha Volleyball. League volleyball is bringing the heat this year. Don't miss your chance to see Olympians, national players and national champions right here in Omaha from now through April. We can't wait to see you cheering for us in the stands. Visit lovboma.com to buy single match tickets to see me and Love Omaha Volleyball in action. Go Big Green!
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet their passion for happier, healthier, furry friends.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mainly sunny skies and it will be breezy. The afternoon high around 67. Tonight, partly cloudy skies and light winds, a low near 37. And tomorrow, we'll see mostly sunny skies and light winds, an afternoon high around 67. I'm meteorologist is Kyle Collected for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Back to Teammates Timeout with DeMo and Ash on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You are back with DeMo and Ash, Teammates Timeout, 93.7 The Ticket live stream. Just in case those that are listening, anytime, join us, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Also, you can recap every good thing that we talked about today. Ashton, as well as Teammates Mentor, will post everything that we talked about. President Good, Nebraska Western President, I got two more questions for you. You know, one of the questions that I asked, and you nailed it. You know, I wanted to hear from you what you thought was going on in Nancy and Tom Osborne's head when they named this mentoring program Teammates. And your answer is really all about caring for someone, lifting someone up, you know, being there for someone. And that's what we train our mentors to do. So one more time, because I appreciate you for calling up the Plainsmith, the Prairie Wolves, and the Sunflowers.
I don't know how many sunflowers are still around.
Of the importance of their time. Can you say one more time, why is it important for people to support Teammates Mentoring?
Yeah. There's so many students, so many kids out there that really need that extra person in their life. It's that 1 hour a week that makes them feel important, makes them feel good, makes them feel like somebody's there in their corner. And everybody needs that. Many kids grow up with having that naturally, but even if they have that support at home, sometimes that objective outside person who comes in and is there for them every week to listen to them, to support and encourage them. It's powerful for those kids. It's powerful for you as a mentor to have that experience. You grow, you gain, you get something very positive out of it as well.
You know, if I was a head coach at Nebraska Wesleyan, and if I was to recruit you to play football for the Nebraska Wesleyan team, what position would you play in football?
Definitely secondary. I like to hit rather than be hit.
Really?
Yeah. So I played cornerback in high school and receiver, small school. But yeah, definitely liked hitting more than being hit.
So you said secondary, which means that you got some speed on you.
It was a small school. Talent pool was, but wasn't deep.
Okay. All right. So you like to give the hits, the secondary. And I guess you could probably play linebacker too. I'm assuming.
I was a skinny kid, but yeah, I mean, maybe now I could.
Okay, all right. Well, it's always nice to hear when people value defense because defense we don't get the love. It's always the offensive players, the ones that score the touchdowns, they get to run the ball. Seems like they get all of the praise, and then for us. Defensive players, they just clap when we make a play. So I appreciate the defensive love. But most importantly, I appreciate everything you're doing to play defense at Nebraska Wesleyan, with your servant leadership, with what you're doing, not just with students, but the relationships that you are inspiring faculty and staff to have with them. But we also appreciate you for giving them permission to build relationships with our young people right here in the Lincoln community. And again, to Ashton, thank you for thinking about this partnership because Teammates Mentoring, we are not biased to who we work with. At the end of the day, it's about our young people, and we're trying to provide them with a teammate. So we just appreciate you, President Good, for allowing that to happen at Nebraska Wesleyan.
Absolutely. It's a win-win.
So, Ashton, I'm going to let you wrap it up when it comes to this win-win and just how are you feeling?
My heart is just so happy because proud Westland alum, P Wolf Nation, you heard President Good. We need you to not only join the pack, but we need you to join our team. Head over to teammates.org today to learn more information about how you can become a mentor, or as we always like to plug, if you cannot at this time, give the gift of your time, give the gift of your resources, which you can also go to the website to donate. So DeMo and I are back next week. We have another special guest joining us, but this is Teammates Timeout with DeMo and Ash on 93.7 The Ticket. Join the team, be a mentor.
Empower a child today with the TeamMates mentoring program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the TeamMates mentoring program today.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in temperature-controlled high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for spirits and cigars. That's Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with taco night on Mondays or whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we strive to provide you with the right coverages for all your insurance needs by taking the time to meet with you and review what coverages best fit your needs. So whether you're in the market for home, auto, farm, business, life, or a combination of any of these coverages, we can help with making sure you, your family, or your business have the right coverage based on your individual needs. If you would like to review your insurance needs, please contact Ben Spurt with Farm Bureau Financial Services at 402-217-9945 or through email at ben.spurt@fbfs.com.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of